in order to develop strategic in order to make students strategically good readers, it's important to use reading which is purposeful. So now let's have a look at what is purposeful reading and what are some of its characteristics. So purposeful reading is the reading which is done with a purpose or for a purpose. For example, that for a specific purpose, for example, how we can expose our students how to purchase a train ticket or book a flight, or some other purposes like how to get help from a guidebook, or how to ask directions in second language. So there are different variety of purposes, or how to write a business letter. So of course, how to plan a travel. There are various purposes. So if we want to train our students in developing strategies, we should bring in reading which is purposeful. So that should be the major part of the curriculum or overall design of the curriculum. And what's the main rationale behind using this purposeful reading? Because it helps prepare students meet the challenges of real life. So the content which we choose for our instruction, that should be sustained. I mean, we can bring in reading which is narrow in its purpose, and we can make the use of task-based reading. As I said before, we can bring in tasks which are of variety of nature, variety of with the topics. So these tasks can help teach students what strategies are useful, whether they need skimming and scanning while they are planning their travel. For example, if they are reading how to plan their travel to an overseas country, so do they need skimming and scanning? This is how that strategies, it should be borne in mind that this is our job as language teachers, to become aware that not all strategies are useful at all times and fit for every sort of reader. Rather, when we are teaching strategies to our students, we should bear this in mind, that students are not homogeneous, rather they are heterogeneous with variety of differing needs. Okay, so there are various ways of doing this, and one of the ways is to collect variety of materials around single theme. For example, Iraq war or war in Syria. That could be a single theme, but we can collect variety of materials. Or we can use news articles which are on single theme. We can select longer novels or non-fiction. And well, when we are selecting, bringing these texts in the classroom, now this is our job as language teachers, to explicitly tell our students which strategies to be used and which not to be used. For example, skimming and scanning can be used while reading a longer novel, but they may not be useful when they are reading a news item. Okay, so purposeful reading and strategy use in the second language classroom can be incorporated by various ways, and one of the ways is just to begin our lesson with a purpose and making purpose fit for the students' needs for which they are learning second language, whether they are learning the language for academic purposes or business purposes or travel purposes. So it's important to keep in mind the needs of our students and then make those strategies suitable to their needs.